This morning's video is about love, and it's based on a cross that I actually got on clearance at St. Meinrad's gift shop many years ago. If there's a sale and there's shopping involved, you know I'm going to be there. It hangs in our home, and I love this one especially. It's a reminder because love is patient, love is kind, no, love never ends. And it is also a decision that I choose love, which is important for us to remember right now, and a little bit of a story with that. That's a picture of Richard and me on our wedding day. And we met on a blind date some 30 years ago, and we've been together ever since. We were married 2 years after that first date. And we are probably the most opposite people ever to get married. And I do know when we went through our premarital preparation with our priest, they had a compatibility test. And I don't know what our score was, but I think it was probably the worst one in our priest's career since he started working with it. When he saw how opposite we were, he said, we're going to need to meet for 10 one-on-one sessions and work on what you two do have in common because it's not much. That's not a joke, it's real. We handle every problem very differently. I talk to solve problems, and Richard just solves them. In every crisis, you can say that if we have a large body of water to cross, I'm going to be in my rowboat, rowing as fast as I can, talking in circles. Will we make it? Will we make it? I don't know. I don't know. And I'll be rowing in circles around Richard's boat, where he's just quietly rowing, and he goes, we're going to get to the other side. He's as introverted as I am extroverted. And he's as steady as a rock, and his steadiness is what transformed my life. And I wanted to just give a little bit of a story of our wedding rings, kind of as an example of that, or my wedding ring. I think it was a few years after the 2008 recession, I was helping make breadsticks for a 4-H fundraiser. And while we were bagging the breadsticks in a kitchen, the main diamond fell out of my wedding ring. I messaged all the kids and I said, if there's a rock in your bag of breadsticks, it's not like the prize in a Cracker Jack box, it's real. We had neglected to get the insurance on it at that point, so we lost it. And a couple years ago, a few years ago, for our 25th wedding anniversary, Richard surprised me and had it reset with a new stone. And I think that is such a neat analogy for what we're going through today, that we may lose some things and we may suffer, but at the same time, we can work hard and we can rebuild. This rock is not the same one that was in there the day we got married, but it's more precious to me than if it were. Sorry about that. I'm really not good at this. You're getting the real me. And marriage is not about the love and romance as much as it is working together to face whatever obstacle. Never did I ever imagine that nearly 30 years after we got married that we would be in this situation now, that we would be in social isolation in our home, still working and praying together. And it's a good time for all of us to remember this verse from 1 Corinthians 12. And I want to shift over to our family Bible. There's a story with this Bible as well. A lot of people, you may have a Bible in your house that needs to have the dust blown off of it. If you needed a Bible and did not have one, please message me and I would find a resource to get one to you. This is not our original family Bible. that we were given when we got married. That one was actually on our kitchen table the morning of our fire, and it was gone with the flames. This one was given to us by a priest, Father Steve, at St. Polycarp in Carmi, Illinois. And it's also a reminder to me that we can lose things, like many of us are losing things now, but other things will come. And I thought it would be good to end this one with the words of 1 Corinthians 12, which just seems so appropriate for right now. Love is patient, love is kind. It is not jealous. Love is not pompous. It is not inflated. It is not rude. It does not seek its own interests. It is not quick-tempered, though I am. God help me. It does not brood over injury, does not rejoice over wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. If there are prophecies, they will be brought to nothing. If tongues, they will cease. If knowledge, it will be brought to nothing. For we know partially, and we prophesy partially. But when the perfect comes, the partial will pass away. When I was a child, I used to talk as a child, think as a child, reason as a child. When I became a man, or in my case, woman, I put aside childish things. At present, we see indistinctly, as in a mirror, but then face to face. At present, I know partially. Then I shall know fully as I am fully known. So faith, hope, and love remain, these three. But the greatest of these is love. So thank you very much. May God be with you today. I hope that you can see love in your life and in your world. Have a good day. Keep the faith, use your head, and do the best you can.